Today is May 29th, and this is COVID-19 Local Impact Ottawa Valley. Let's take a look at the COVID-19 situation. As of May 29th, we had 23 confirmed cases, and we still have 15 resolved cases and still only one death. Total tests in the county have grown to 3,179, and negative tests are now at 2,306, with 150 tests still to be processed. County of Renfrew Health Unit breaks down the results, and they are available at rcdhu.com. The 23 cases in the county break down like this. Arnprior has 7, Barry Bay has 1, Deep River 1, Petawawa 1 as well, Pembroke and area are at 3, and an increase of those 3 cases are finding themselves in the town of Renfrew and area. They are at 10. Further breakdown of the cases, we have 2 cases in a long-term care home, 8 community cases, and 13 are healthcare workers. 7 are in self-isolation. In the province of Ontario, the number of daily cases increased by 344 new cases from the last report. That is a 1.3% increase, bringing the total to 27,210. 2,230 deaths have been reported, and total tests have now increased by over 18,000 from yesterday's report, reaching a new high of 680,000. Those are the current numbers at the 10:30 a.m. update on May 29th. Today we are going to start off with another segment of Thank You Thursday, a special show from the City of Pembroke with Elijah McEwen. A reminder, if you want to send a shout out or you know of someone that should get a shout out, make sure to connect with the City of Pembroke on all their social media accounts, send them a message, add it into the comments, make sure that they find out so that they can get them into the show, because at this time it is great to hear all of the positivity going around in Renfrew County. So without further ado, here is Thank You Thursday on Friday with Elijah McEwen.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another Thank You Thursday. I'm Elijah McEwen from the City of Pembroke, here to recognize some more people, groups, and businesses who have stepped up this week with more acts of selflessness, kindness, and generosity. As always, if you know someone who you want to see recognized in a future Thank You Thursday, we want to hear from you. Please let us know in the comments below, or by reaching out to us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, or by filling out the form in the description. This week, Bev Robichaud is shouting out Community Living Upper Ottawa Valley, saying that they are frontline workers who go above and beyond to continue to provide services at this time. And absolutely, thank you to the whole team there for continuing their great work with some awesome members of our community who need their support. Manny Nagy and his team at Nagy Indian Cuisine in Arnprior donated 200 meals for staff and physicians at the Pembroke Regional Hospital this week. And more thank yous this week are deserved for Ryan Schmidt and Dan Renault at Valley Eats, who ensured the food got from Arnprior to Pembroke. We love seeing this generosity bring the entire Ottawa Valley from one end to the other together as one tight-knit community. Thank you to all of you guys. In response to the overwhelming community recognition of COVID-19 efforts, the Pembroke Regional Hospital Foundation is launching a Healthcare Heroes campaign. From June 1st to June 30th, they are asking for your continued support and kindness in order to purchase over 1,000 special edition pins, which will be presented to every Pembroke Regional Hospital staff member and physician. Additional funds raised will be directed to the highest priority needs of your regional hospital. To donate and send a message of gratitude to PRH staff and physicians, please visit prhfoundation.com now or call 613-732-2811, extension 7408. Derek Nearing and Marilyn Safari have set up the Valley Veterans Art Auction in support of the Robbie Dean Family Counseling Center. Thank you to Derek, Marilyn, and all of the artists who participated and donated their time and creative efforts to make this project happen, which you can now check out online. Last week, Brewham Food Mart sponsored the Grinds Community Spaghetti Take-Home Lunch. Please keep doing great stuff like this in our community. We'd love to see it. Canadian Tire has donated 4,000 procedure masks, which will now go to frontline workers across Renfrew County, including here locally at Miramichi Lodge and at the County of Renfrew Paramedic Service. Thank you to Canadian Tire for helping keep our frontline workers and those they work with safe. Until then, be good to this community, be good to each other. We'll see you next Thursday. Until then, thank you.
Welcome back to the program, another stellar edition of Thank You Thursday with the City of Pembroke. Now, in a world of COVID-19, buying a house during COVID-19 can be a difficult thing, but real estate agents are starting to get a little bit creative in the way that they're connecting with customers and possible home buyers. As Kim O'Grady, a Muskoka broker with Chestnut Park Real Estate, tells us, business is still booming.
Today we're at 1486 Bay Lake Road in Emsdale, and it's on Bay Lake. I'm going to start from the road and then work our way to the waterfront, because that's really why you're here, right? So a lot of what we're doing now is virtual. So whether it's FaceTime or Zoom, the seller, the owner actually takes us through the home. We're able to see it, and in that way we can then basically do our listing presentation that way. Same thing with buyers. It's a sort of a similar process in that I often like to have a FaceTime or a Zoom chat, so to actually see them and start building that relationship. And in that sense, then we really find out, have you been pre-approved, which I mean has always been important, but is so important. And this is a little aside, but to make sure that you're pre-approved based on COVID times, not pre-COVID, because things have changed, and lenders are obviously getting very particular, and will check your employment literally up until day before closing. So that's really important. So making sure that buyers are pre-approved, that they understand the property. This is what I would turn into a laundry room / mudroom. Have a closet in here, a washer and dryer. Be easy to vent it out, and there's a bathroom right above us. So plumbing would be easily accessible. A lot of the cottage market are coming from the GTA. So instead of them making the trip up and wasting time and obviously putting, the safety is always number one. So we really want to make sure that this is the right property. So I would come out, do a FaceTime tour. Sometimes it's not always in the cottage, but sometimes it's out to make sure that they are interested. And if they still want to see it, then we make an appointment. And all of the brokerages in Muskoka, we all have the COVID forms that we require both the agent and the buyers to sign. And sellers as well have a form that they sign. So it's definitely added more paperwork, but it's necessary. We want to make sure that people are serious and being safe about things. We are not seeing a dip at all, in fact, and that goes for both residential and waterfront. We've actually seen an increase in average sale price even in April when we had obviously fewer sales, so there were fewer transactions, fewer listings hitting the market. But what was selling was actually selling for close to list and in some cases above. With the pushback with what normally would be listed in March is they're now coming onto the market. I think people, as we're all sort of settling in to this new way of living and the protocols are in place, their comfort level is, I would say, better than it was a month and a half ago or even a month ago. So this is your view.
Coming up tonight, right here on your TV, Hockey Town Hangouts is back. We are welcoming April Virch virtually back to the Valley. Here is a sneak peek of tonight's episode. Hockey Town Hangouts begins at 9 p.m. tonight with repeats throughout the weekend. Remember to catch up with everything that we do here at Your TV at yourtv.tv for all our COVID-19 coverage and full-length interviews. I'm Trevor Riley. We'll see you next week. Have a good weekend.
April, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me. I'm glad to do this, but I wish it wasn't just virtual.
Absolutely. And it's a pleasure to get to sit down with you again. It's been a few years.
It has, yeah.
And how are you doing right now, and how have you been?
I'm doing okay. My husband and I are healthy, and so are both of our families. So we're thankful for that. Obviously, we haven't been touring. I think our last tour was the end of February. And so everything started canceling in March. And right now we're canceled through September. Still waiting to see what the fall and early next year will look like. I think it's just too soon to say. So yeah, I think like everyone else, we've been trying to make the best of the unexpected time at home, you know?
And so we all know who are watching tonight. Where are you joining us from tonight, April?
I'm joining you from Asheville, North